Hey everyone, today I'll be working on a Harry Potter piece. I'll be doing like some kind of portrait for Harry, and at the same time, I was planning on speaking a little bit about personal work, how I feel about it at the moment, and yeah, let's get into it. So for this video, feel free to go ahead and start painting while you watch the video. I feel like that would be something cool to do. Uh, but also feel free to mute the video if you want to play music and just focus on the process. That'll be fine too. Also, a big shout out to Nora, who has been really inspiring lately with her amazing videos. She has been really giving me advice on starting to do my personal work again, and yeah, she has been super inspiring. You can check her channel right here. So yeah, for this part of the video, I recorded only the kind of Procreate time-lapse view that I'm trying to replicate using Photoshop. And yeah, for this part, I just did a quick sketch of how I imagined the composition, but eventually I did gather reference. I took a photo of myself posing as Harry, which a friend reminded me we kind of look alike, but I guess that's something that every person with glasses gets eventually. But yeah, I just wanted to do something fun. I really like Harry as a character. Not something I used to say, because for the longest time I thought like Harry was kind of this boring character, no personality, just something to reflect what you want to live in this world, in to reflect it in that character, all your expectations of how cool Hogwarts is, and he's just like this window we see through. But to be honest, during my rewatch recently of the films, I've I don't know, I've watched this first seven. I'm just missing the last one, and I've been watching them for the last 2 months. And Harry is kind of no personality for the first two films, but eventually around the fourth, and my favorite, the fifth movie, which this picture is about, he really gets some personality, and he gets really interesting as a character. I really got to enjoy Harry this time we watching the films, because usually the times before I preferred watching characters like Neville or Malfoy, and this time is like, no, Harry is the main character. He's interesting, and actually pretty much all the other characters don't really show up that much in the movies. Like, I thought Neville was super important, and he kind of is. He has his scenes, but for the most part, no, he's not that important. Not like in the books, at least, that I haven't read since I was in high school. So probably I shouldn't be saying that, because I probably don't remember how important he was. But yeah, I want to start doing this kind of portraits, this kind of sketches, speed paints, because I remember that during my university years, I used to really enjoy them. They were extremely fun, and they helped me improve so much. So I want to go back to that. And this YouTube experience right now of me recording a video, recording me, I don't know, talking and uploading it, I don't know, publicly, is just part of me trying to look for a way of accountability, something fun, to try something new, and push myself to do some personal work, right? That is something that probably some of you, as myself, have been wanting to put that as a goal for this year. So yeah, for this year, I'll start doing at least these Harry Potter portraits, since I find them very fun to do. I love the characters, and yeah, it's easy to paint when you really like what you're painting about, right? That's a lesson I had to learn um, a long time ago, because I used to be a really big fan of these YouTubers slash concept artists that is really important to the industry, that said like, no, you need to choose this kind of project and focus on only getting your portfolio. And that was kind of frustrating. I eventually realized that, personally, at least for myself, I wouldn't say that for everyone, painting characters I like and love, and focusing on that, on having fun, tends to give a better result in the long term, right? Forcing yourself to do a project because someone else says it's the best way to go. Tends to be a little bit draining. So, and not to focus on all that dark stuff. Yeah, I want to focus on the fun, right? On the fun of painting Harry, exploring that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes with the next portraits. I already did a little bit of a request of possible characters to paint on Instagram, but if you want to comment below a character you would like, I will take it into account, see if I can paint it next. But possibly, yeah, I won't say which character goes. I'll probably hint it in social media, see if you guys can guess, but we'll see. So for this painting, you have probably already seen my approach and my workflow. It's a very simple workflow that a lot of people online use. I have taken the different steps for different artists and merged them into my own process, my own language, but it's very similar to what a lot of people are doing in the industry, which is basically starting with a sketch, right? I normally do a very lousy kind of a stick figure sketch, just gesture, trying to figure out gesture, composition, and once I'm happy with the storytelling of the piece, I normally get reference. I usually get reference in two different ways. I get reference online, or I take a picture of myself as I did in this painting, or I ask a friend, like I have asked my roommate before, like, hey, can you stop working and let me take pictures? Like it's kind of awkward and fun, but yeah, if sometimes it's for some angles it's easy to ask another person instead of asking you yours, well, instead of doing it yourself. But after getting the reference, I normally just clean up the sketch so everything is super clear and I'm not trying to mask information and lie to myself like the sketch is ready and I really don't understand how this hand is solved or the face or stuff like that. I normally try to get everything clean and I can really understand how everything works three-dimensionally. And once everything is solved and the gesture is cool, the facial expression is cool, when the perspective on the hands, on the body works, I normally start doing a mask. I do a giant mask of everything. Well, I normally have different techniques for masking depending on how clean I want the illustration. In this case, I didn't care too much about how clean it was because it was just a piece I did for fun for myself. So what I did was a giant mask, and on top of that gray mask, I did some clipping masks. And I divided the hands, the clothes, the red parts of the cloak, the hair, everything on a different clipping mask. And in each clipping mask, I painted the shadow on top and the light, the specular, just merging everything. Nothing too crazy, too clean. I wasn't working with too many layers on this one. After I paint the shadow and the light on every layer slash clipping mask, in this one I just added a layer on top of everything, on top of the line art, and started painting on top the details and just cleaning up, making sure that none of the line art stays for the final product. And yeah, just making sure I like how the detail works on top of everything. For this one, I didn't care too much about the detail around the piece, mainly just on the face, on the hair, on the hands, the electricity, and I just experimented with that, because the other part of the picture I was planning on just blurring it, so the attention would go to the face and to the hands, those being the main focal points, right? I didn't care too much about the cloak, about the back of the head, about the background. I just wanted to do some information so it looked like something's happening and it's not flat, but at the same time that it doesn't have detail at all. Then the last step, it would be post-production. That it's a lot of information. Normally what I do, mostly focusing on blurring and sharpening
parts of the picture, so the eye is guided better around the image. But that's something that maybe I'll talk about in the future in other videos. And yeah, maybe I would like to do some research, like a study with me kind of video, trying to understand how other artists do post-production, so I could learn and at the same time share what I've been learning about the topic. Like I said, I want this channel or these videos, this work I'm doing, this personal work, to be more of I just want to paint and do cool stuff and learn. And yeah, if anybody wants to join me and also do kind of cool challenges, do cool paintings, do cool personal work, and share information, I would love that. Thank you everyone for watching the video. We'll see if I do more or if I move this to just reels on Instagram. We'll see. I'm experimenting. If you have any advice on the video, let me know. And thanks for watching.